Since then, Sutton has scored only twice in his last 31 Premiership matches, and that surely is a clue as to why the champions have lost their cutting edge. Also needing a goal, Ian Dowie, who hasn't scored since he rejoined West Ham from Crystal Palace, although his partner Tony Cottee got off the Premiership mark with the winner against Wimbledon on Monday. And that victory means West Ham are unchanged. Steve Potts at right back while Tim Breaker is injured. Julian Dix at left back. His suspension doesn't start until November. Two wide men, Robbie Slater playing against his old club today on the right, and the on-loan Irishman Michael Hughes on the left. And West Ham will be talking to the American international John Harkes next week about signing him on loan. Well, back for Blackburn are Stuart Ripley, who missed the match in Warsaw owing to a family illness, and Lars Bohinen, who was ineligible for the Champions League, but who scored on his debut against Southampton last Saturday, and that's the team that takes the field today. In by Bishop. Dowie's coming in. It's good defending, actually, by Henning Berg. And it's a corner to West Ham. Berg just getting his foot in there behind Dowie. By McCluskey. And Stuart Ripley beginning to wonder when he's ever going to score. 18 months since he last got a goal, but he couldn't be blamed for his finishing there. It was a good header and super reactions. That's where it's going. Sutton won it. This is Bishop. Did that well. Oh, and Dowie came in! It's Ian Dowie's first goal in his second spell with West Ham. Typically well taken, but what a good ball in by Ian Bishop. Look at this, real skill here. Goes round Sherwood, deep cross, perfect for Dowie. Perfect header. So, Dowie does today what Cottee did on Monday, opens his Premiership account, and there's Cottee, tries to pull it back quite rightly for Dowie, but just a bit too far behind him. Back to Moncur, and now Dowie's coming in. Well, we admired two saves by McCluskey in the first half. Now it's Tim Flower's turn. Right at the start of the second half, Tony Cottee has got three defenders there, but it comes loose to Robbie Slater. But Flowers prevents him scoring against his old teammates. That's Shearer's header, and then Bishop. And now Berg, Ripley. Goal kick. Pearce and Cottee, the two concerned, nothing given. Referee deciding there was no contact. And the linesman is the other side. Kenner's cross, header by Bishop. Appeals for handball against Sutton. Jack Walker there on the left, the man who's pumped so many millions into Blackburn Rovers. He must be wondering just what's going wrong at the moment. It's David Batty and Henning Berg. Shearer. Oh, that was McKinley. His first significant contribution. Newell. Shearer's waiting in the penalty area here. He can go on waiting. Bishop, oh, look at that. Moncur. Lovely to see two midfield players go through the centre of the field like that. And here they are again. Admirable football by West Ham. Hutchison into Bishop. What a great move. Cottee. It deserves a goal, this. Dowie. Hutchison. Hendry and Cotton. Bohinen. Shearer and Ripley waiting. Shearer! It's in! Blackburn equalise. Alan Shearer. McCloskey and his defender tried desperately to claw that one out, but Alan Shearer may have gained Blackburn their first away point of the season when it was looking too late. There's the header. It just clears McCloskey's dive. And as Bohinen played the ball in, this was Shearer, unmarked really, nobody jumped with him. And the ball ended up in the net to make it 1-1. And it's really taken the edge off this West Ham performance. A point of the season. How the champions needed that. Ray Harper will be a bit relieved because Harry Redknapp's team looked to have